We all know that air travel has long been a pain, but in Europe, it has truly become a nightmare. Luggage getting lost, serpentine airport queues, flights cancelled, and airlines groping in the dark about reschedules. Not to forget, the sky-high ticket prices. The list of difficulties for flyers vacationing in Europe is endless. What is really causing these disruptions that have swept across Europe? Why this chaos? How did Europe become the epicenter of the ongoing travel nightmare? We help you get to the bottom of some of these issues. Now, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit 2 years ago, aviation was one of the hardest hit industries. Remember, we were all holed up inside our homes and few were traveling. To stay aloft, airlines and airports had no option but to cut down the workforce. Cabin crew, airport staff, pilots, ground handlers, no one was spared. But with the fears of COVID receding, people have started traveling, and that too with a vengeance. Oh yeah, try booking a flight or a hotel these days. Those fares. The only problem is the hiring at the airports, and airlines have been unable to keep pace with the travel frenzy. The travel boom hasn't gone unnoticed by the workforce. Several airport and security worker unions at European airports have launched strikes seeking better pay. Now, the severe crunch has ended up causing disruptions in flights. The most visible problem is that of delayed baggage. As a result of the labor shortage, passenger luggage is not being loaded into the aircraft on time, and airlines can only delay a flight up to an extent. So in the end, flights end up departing without their passengers' luggage. The problem is especially acute at top European airport hubs, including Heathrow in London, Brussels and Frankfurt. Hours-long wait to move through airports have become a common sight at these airports. Now, Biocon's Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw happened to be one of the frustrated travelers. She called out the mega mismanagement of baggage handling at US, UK and European airports, which has led to passengers arriving without their checked-in luggage. The pharma company's boss has sought a tech fix for the chaos at international airports. Now, who's the one to blame for this crisis? Cost-cutting, maximum efficiency and other cost-saving techniques are prioritized by low-cost airlines. Now, this frequently comes at the expense of the workforce, who are the first to experience pay cuts and worsening circumstances. Now, this is a dilemma faced typically by low-cost airlines. There is an obvious trade-off between pricing and employee welfare under current fuel cost and demand conditions. Airline margins are thinner than a boarding pass, and these are tough calls. So how can Europe fly out of this crisis? Airlines are scrambling for ways to fly out of the crisis. London's Heathrow said it would cap departing passengers at 100,000 a day this summer to limit queues, baggage delays and cancellations. Germany is also planning to fast-track work permits and visas for foreign airport workers to help ease the travel chaos. Remember, some of the reports emerging about the European travel is bordering on scaremongering. Some airports are better equipped to handle traffic. There are several spots that are far from the madding airport crowds. Pick those. Still planning a trip to Europe? Here's a piece of advice. Get a travel insurance and give yourself ample time to account for the delays, the rush and the crowds. Au revoir.